good morning. So for those of you who are joining, welcome to Coffee and C-Suite Conversations. I am your host, Dr. Lisa Herbert. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and executive leadership coach, and I help physicians transition into leadership roles so that they can have the careers that they love and also be part of the ever-changing healthcare system so that they can build healthy families, strong communities, and thriving organizations. So today, what I wanted to talk about is 5 ways that you can prepare yourself for a role in leadership. And that's whether you're a physician or not. I mean, I think that these are really universal, but I wanted to give 5 ways in which you could prepare yourself for a leadership role. Because a lot of times we're asked to lead, and it could be, on the fly. Someone could just come to you and say, hey, I have this leadership role for you. I think you would be great. Can you do it? And you want to be prepared. You want to have all of the, or at least some of the tools and the experiences that you need in order to be successful. Okay? So let's go through them. So the 5 ways that you can prepare yourself for leadership. So the first way that you can prepare yourself for leadership is to volunteer. So you can volunteer for an organization. Align yourself with an organization who shares your same values, who maybe shares some of the interests that you have, and offer to be a volunteer. A lot of time as a volunteer, you can bring your experience to that role, you can bring your expertise to that role, and not only will you do good for the organization, but it also helps you to grow as well. And you can also learn some new experiences in that volunteer role as well. And that really becomes part of your experience. It's something that you can put on your CV, especially if you've had some great accomplishments or if you've had some great results. So one of the ways that you can prepare yourself is to volunteer. The second way that you can prepare yourself for leadership is to take a class. If there's something that you think you could improve upon, something that you're lacking, maybe you need to improve your computer skills. Maybe you need to find a more effective way of communicating. Maybe there's something in your industry that you don't quite understand that, may benefit you if you took a class. So the second way you can prepare yourself for leadership is to take a class and to learn that skill, learn that thing that you really need to fill in the gaps. Okay? The third way that you can prepare yourself for leadership is to attend a conference, right? I go to a lot of conferences just so that I could not only just be around people who, also are like-minded and share the same visions and goals, but also to network, to learn new things. There are always new things that are evolving especially in healthcare, but in all industries. So conferences are a great way for you to get out there, to meet other people, and to also just learn about what's going on and to keep yourself up to date, right? It's really important to keep up to date with information so that, again, you're able and you're ready to take on that leadership role. So that's the third way that you can prepare yourself for leadership. The fourth way that you can prepare yourself for leadership is to actually lead a project, right? So if there's something maybe going on in your workplace, if there's a project that you might hear buzz about that's sort of, coming up, or if there's some issues that are coming up that, your manager or the higher-ups feel that would be a great problem to try to really dig into the weeds and try to solve, then lead that project. Put yourself out there, lead the project. That not only gives you experience, but it also puts you in front of people so that they can actually see you in that seat almost as a leader, right? So just lead a project. Or better yet, if there isn't a project, create your own. Create a project that you think would benefit your organization, that would benefit your business, that would benefit the people that you serve. Start that project, and again, just by leading the project, but also by having some great results, it will showcase you as a leader. So that's the fourth way that you can prepare yourself for leadership. So I'm just going to go through the four ways again, and I'm going to give you the last one. So the first was to volunteer with an organization, that really aligns with your interests and your values. The second would be to take on a project or lead a project, right? So that puts you in that leadership role so that you can be seen as a leader. The third is to take a class, so learn a new skill, learn something that you need to kind of fill that gap. The fourth is to attend a conference, go to a conference, meet people, get out there, network, learn what's going on in your industry, learn what's new. Conferences also, sometimes you can also gain continuing education credit. So it's also a great way to do that as well. So attend a conference. And then the fifth and the last way that, you can actually start to show up as a leader is to actually just seek out the role. Seek out the leadership role. Look at the role that you really want to take on and just seek it out. Studies show that men will apply for leadership roles and positions where they may have only 50% of the qualifications, and women will wait till they have 100% of the qualifications before they apply for a leadership role. So it's not always that you have to have 100% of the qualifications to apply for a leadership role. You just have to have the basic education, some of the qualifications, the will to want to learn, confidence in yourself, and the ability to really thrive in the role. So really just seek out that leadership role, even if you may not get accepted the first time, just keep trying. So that's another way to really, show up as a leader and to put yourself out there as a leader. So those are my 5 tips for today. If you feel that these tips would be helpful, for someone that you know, then please share the video. And if you are a physician seeking a leadership role, then I'm going to put in the comments a link where you can go and you can schedule a strategy session with me, and we can talk about what your goals are and get you prepared, for this new leadership role. Because like I said, physician leadership is really in demand. There are organizations that are really just looking for leaders to the point where they're bringing in people to help train physicians to be leaders. So if you are looking to transition your career to a leadership role, then again, I'm going to leave in the comments a link where you can just contact me, okay? So thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow me on all social media at Dr. Lisa Herbert, and I'll see you again next Wednesday for the next episode of Coffee and C-Suite Conversations. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.